certain type of man who never realizes he's the fool in the room. He walks through life repeating the same mistakes again and again, convinced that he's right while everyone else around him silently shakes their heads. He's completely blind to his own stupidity. And the worst part? He doesn't even know it. If you're not paying attention, that man could be you. But today, we're going to fix that. Because stupidity isn't only about having a low IQ. It's a way of thinking, a mindset, a disease of the mind that infects decisions, destroys relationships, and turns a man into nothing more than a walking joke. So the real question is, do you show the signs? Let's find out. Sign number 1, he argues more often than he listens. You've probably met the kind of man who always has to be right, no matter the topic, no matter how ridiculous he sounds. He'll argue for hours, throw tantrums, twist your words, anything to avoid admitting that he's wrong. This kind of man doesn't actually listen, he just waits for his turn to speak. And when someone wiser than him starts talking, he instantly becomes defensive. Why? Because somewhere deep down, he knows he's outmatched. The Stoics had a name for this: arrogance. A wise man is willing to embrace the truth, even when it wounds his ego. A foolish man resists it, burying himself deeper with every word he says. So ask yourself, when was the last time you really listened? Sign number 2, he believes luck matters more than discipline. The foolish man is always ready to blame luck. When he sees someone successful, he thinks, must be nice, he just got lucky. When he sees a wealthy man, he assumes he must have cheated. He looks at someone in shape and calls it good genetics. But ask him what he's doing to improve his own life, and the answer is nothing. The truth is, he's just lazy. And instead of admitting that, he builds a fantasy where success is random, where it all comes down to chance. That way, he never has to face responsibility. A real man knows luck is just discipline practiced consistently over time. Show up, put in the work, and watch how lucky you get. Sign number 3, he wastes time fighting meaningless battles. The stupid man chooses the wrong battles. He'll argue politics with strangers online. He'll pick fights over nonsense, just to prove a point. He'll waste hours debating things that don't change a single part of his actual life. But the wise man? He understands that energy is limited. He doesn't waste it on anything that won't move him forward. He chooses his battles carefully. Marcus Aurelius once said, you could be good today, but instead, you choose tomorrow. Think about that. How many hours have you wasted fighting over things that didn't matter in the end? Sign number 4, he believes his emotions matter more than reality. The stupid man allows his feelings to run the show. If he feels angry, he reacts. If he feels sad, he gives up. If something hurts his ego, he lashes out. He expects the world to adjust around how he feels. But here's the truth, the world doesn't care. A real man understands emotions are like waves. You don't try to fight them, you don't drown in them, you learn to surf them. You acknowledge what you feel, but you never let that dictate your actions. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. The stupid man becomes a slave to his emotions. The wise man learns to master them. Sign number 5, he refuses to learn from his mistakes. Have you ever met someone who keeps making the same dumb mistakes over and over? Maybe it's falling into toxic relationships. Maybe it's constantly blowing money on useless things, or trusting the wrong people again and again. And every single time, he says the same thing. Man, I just have bad luck. No, you don't have bad luck. You have bad patterns. A stupid man repeats his failures because he never examines them. He never pauses to ask, what did I do wrong? He just jumps right back into the same fire, expecting not to get burned this time. A wise man, on the other hand, he studies, he adapts, and he never makes the same mistake twice. So which one are you? Sign number 6, he surrounds himself with other stupid people. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. A stupid man surrounds himself with complainers, gossipers, excuse makers, people who drag each other down like crabs in a bucket. Why? Because it's easy. It's familiar. But the smart man? He surrounds himself with people who are better than him, those who challenge him, push him, and force him to level up. He's not afraid to be the dumbest person in the room, because that's exactly how he grows. So look around. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they making you better or keeping you stuck? Now you know the signs. The real question is, what are you going to do with them? The world is overflowing with stupid men, but you don't have to be one of them. All it takes is waking up. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.